Hi, my name is Bogdonoff. I'm a supporter of Nonviolence International, and today we're going to be talking about my work with international human rights. Last name, Bogdonoff, and when I was in high school in the early 70s, it was the height of the Cold War, and I couldn't, accept everything that was being said about the Russians, and I was curious because I had a Russian last name about what Russian was like. So I got involved in nonviolence as a way of looking at how to de-escalate an arms race. And I got exposed to particularly the works of Gene Sharp when I came to Cornell University and got involved in some of the social activism there. And through whatever reputation I generated, the director of Cornell United Religious Work got my name and invited me to drive down to New York City with him to attend the first Riverside Church convocation on Disarmament that was led by William Sloane Coffin and Cora Weiss. And they had a full day of programs starting early in the morning, so we had to get up very early in the morning to leave Ithaca to get there in time. But at the conclusion of their program, they said everybody that's been a speaker here is welcome to be invited back to your campuses if you want to recreate any of this program. So we did that fairly shortly thereafter. And out of that one-day event that we did at Cornell, we formed an interest group that became the Cornell Disarmament Study Breakfast. Jack Lewis, the director of Cornell Religious Work, gave us access to the kitchen and a big downstairs meeting room, and we decided to take turns cooking breakfast. A few of us serving the others, rotated each week. And the goal of that group was to deepen our knowledge about different topics, challenge ourselves to become better public speakers. So each week, one or two of us would kind of volunteer to address a topic and present it to everybody else. And along the way, we got interested more deeply into Gene Sharp's writings. Another friend of mine who was in a video class was going to go up to Colgate College in Hamilton, New York, to interview Gene Sharp. Turns out he was coming, and I'd read, extensively his work, so I tagged along. He makes a distinction between what was prevalent at the time of nonviolence as a philosophy, as a way of life, and nonviolence as a strategic kind of tool or methodology to be applied. So he is very sympathetic to Gandhi and Martin Luther King and studied their writings, corresponded with Martin Luther King and others, but he sort of sharpened his focus. I'm not sure how much others have gone into the discussion of Gene Sharp's history, but he was a conscientious objector to the Korean War, and he ended up going to England and working for Peace News and then Norway, and he got very interested in totalitarian regimes, the dynamics of the application of violence. And as he was researching that, he would encounter an occasional story about how people had resisted, seemingly without any plan, without any weapons, but improvised nonviolent resistance. It might have been symbolic, it might have been a strike, it might have been just saying no, and whatever. And he started building a file of those, and he realized that there was a very rich, unwritten history about these kinds of techniques. And so he began to put them all together, go back further through the historical record, all the way back to Christianity and so forth, and compile these. And eventually, he went for a PhD at Oxford University, and it became what most people know now as the 3-volume treatise that he published on the power of nonviolence.